Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. Here today to show you a really nice 1974 Ford Bronco Sport. There's a lot to talk about on this Bronco. It has a lot of good extras. So if this video is kind of long, I want to apologize up front. Starting out under the hood, it's powered by a 302 V8. It's got vintage air, Saginaw style power steering. It's got disc brakes on all four wheels, sniper fuel injection, and matching ignition system. It's cooled by a Champion aluminum radiator. It has dual Optima batteries. I'm going to go around back so you can just kind of hear it. It's not real loud, but it sounds good. Just got the good 302 sound. It has a large fuel tank in the rear. I believe they're 22 gallons. Might be 20 gallons. I can look it up. So they took away the smaller rear tank and put the larger tank. Even though it has two fillers, it only has one gas tank. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. It does have the air conditioner blowing right now, and it's blowing nice and cold. Oh, and the radio's turned up. It's got an amplifier under the seat. There's your AC control. There's the monitor for the sniper fuel injection. It also has a Willwood electronic parking brake for the rear, and it works. Place to plug in your USB tilt wheel. So I did it steering column. All your factory gauges, including the fuel gauge, are all functional. The temperature gauge is showing about 185, and on the monitor it's showing 204. And it's a hot day here in Texas. I'm going to go and turn it off. This is a four-wheel drive, and according to the axle code, it's 350 gears with Positrax front and rear. There's the original manufacturer sticker still on the door. You can see where they taped around it when they painted it. It's got a really nice set of Corbeau suspension seats. It's also got the Corbeau rear seat. The rear is vinyl for the kids. The front is cloth for mom and dad. I did it steering column. It's got a roll cage in the front, hooked up to a roll bar. It's got disc brakes on all four corners. It rides on a set of basically new Mickey Thompson 35-inch Baja MTZs. You can see the larger fuel tank in the rear with the skid plate. The springs are new front and rear. The rear are the Deaver. They're soft ride. And the front is from James Duff, and that's their progressive coil springs, kind of a rock crawler coil. It's got some Bilstein shocks on all four corners, locking hubs on the front, the fender flares, sanitary under the hood. Starts really nice with the fuel injection, and the AC is a big plus. Four-wheel disc brakes work really well. The paint job on it, if you stand back, it looks nice. It's shiny. But I wouldn't call it a show car finish. It's more of a driver quality. And it's kind of like boxwood green, but we looked up the paint code and it's actually a Fiat color, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's a really neat shade of green. The dash has been modified where the glove box will open with the roll bar. I'm not going to say they did the most beautiful job. There's the Bronco owner's manual. They also did away with the speaker grill and the ashtray, and a lot of people do that nowadays. It's got a Kenwood Bluetooth sound system, speakers in the front, and some large speakers in the back. It's got a flip down sunshade for the driver. The Corbeau seats basically look like they're brand new. There's no marks on them. And you can tell this truck was originally red. You can see red paint on a few little places. That could be touched up with black real easy. But what I think is really cool is this soft top. It's a BC Bronco's safari top. And you can actually unsnap these side windows and keep the top on. And it's kind of like a safari top. If it starts raining, you just pull them out, and snap them, and Velcro them back on. It's got a real nice frame. Goes all the way around to the back. If you look up BC Broncos online, you'll see, you'll be surprised how expensive the tops are. It's got these grab handles to get in and out. It's got a spray-on bed liner on the floors. And it looks like the metal panels have been replaced. And a lot of these early Broncos have some rust, typically in the rocker panels, like here, and the floors. This one looks like they took care of that whenever they painted it. It's got blacked out bumpers. And it's just a beautiful rig. I'll open this up so you can kind of see. I'm going to have to use two hands. That Velcro is tough. I'll take some pictures with that open. But I just want to walk around and kind of show you some stuff. There are some flaws in the paint. There's chips, little rock chips here and there. You can see some of the red paint underneath. The taillight lenses look very original, and they got a few little cracks in them. Side marker lights they look original. They've wrapped the bed liner around to the top of the bed to protect it. It's got the blacked out door handles, Bronco Sport emblems, and I'm going to say this rocker panel's been replaced. You can kind of get a view underneath. I'm going to take some pictures. It's got dual Flowmaster exhaust. It's not real loud. You can see the Willwood disc brake on the rear, and that has an electric parking brake. A lot of people put disc brakes on the rear, but then they don't do the parking brake. And like in Texas, it's got to have a parking brake or it won't pass inspection. But it's a nice Bronco. Positrax front and rear based on the axle code that's in the glove box. A really unique color. There's a lot of boxwood greens, but there's not very many that are this Fiat green. It's got a little bit more gray in it. It's got rock crawler steel wheels, a nice stance. Transmission has good firm shifts. It's got a mild shift kit in it. It's a C4 automatic. Dana 20 Ford transfer case. Lots of good parts and a nice build that won't break the bank. There are a lot of Broncos out there with chassis and Coyote motors, and they're 200 grand. This one you can have fun, you can take it off-road, you can drive it to work, you can drive it to school, you can play with it on the weekends, and it's not 100 grand. But thanks for looking, thanks for your time. I'm Bronco Bob wishing you happy trails. And if you'd like to buy this Bronco, give us a call. I think somebody's going to grab it up pretty quick because it's a good one. It really is. 4-wheel disc brakes, automatic power steering, fuel injection, tilt wheel, parking brake, BC Bronco's top, Positrax front and rear, extra bright halogen headlights. Just a cool truck. But have a great day. I'm Bronco Bob wishing you happy trails.